Gorgeous. Leftist anti-government group that is made up of more than 2,000 fighters plus militias based in the Colombian countryside. The group is a holdout in the country's peace process and is considered a terrorist organization by Colombia and several other governments, including the United States and the European Union. In January 2019, it set off a car bomb in the capital, Bogotá, killing 21 people. And the Colombian military believes the ELN is expanding, possibly playing a new role in a different country altogether. Venezuela. We'll get to all that, but first, the story of the ELN.
The ELN are a mix of a socialist and religious, what they call liberation theology guerrilla group. So what it does is called armed resistance. And so armed resistance is, I control this territory and I resist the state, I resist multinational companies, and I work with communities, etc.
The National Liberation Army, abbreviated as ELN in Spanish, emerged in the 1960s at the end of a period of political conflict known as La Violencia. The country's two main political parties agreed to share power, but excluded everyone else. That saw the rise of groups like the ELN, as well as the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, known as the FARC. The groups challenged the ruling elite, especially on land policies that hurt the rural poor. Funded by kidnapping and drug smuggling, they fought state forces and right-wing paramilitary groups in a decades-long civil conflict that is still largely unresolved. More than 260,000 people have died. Millions have been displaced. A peace deal in 2016 was supposed to end all that. It was meant to address rural poverty and offered political representation to revolutionaries in exchange for laying down their weapons. The deal has many critics, but the FARC signed on. The ELN was in talks with the government too, but those began to unravel when the current president, Iván Duque, took office in August 2018. He's been against the deal from the start, and after the January bombing in Bogotá, he suspended the talks. So while Colombia's peace process hangs in limbo, the ELN and other revolutionaries are filling the vacuum left by the FARC, expanding forces and territory. These images of the ELN were filmed in the West, where the FARC was once in control.
El ELN es ese nuevo enemigo público número uno que siempre había existido, pero había sido invisibilizado. Todo era FARC el que hacía, incluso acciones militares que hacíamos nosotros las